Don't skip this one. Stay till the end, because what I did will shock you. She married me for my money, but she had no idea how far I go when I found out the truth. They say love in New York City is like chasing lightning, bright, beautiful, and gone before you can hold it. For Emily Carter, love began 5 years ago with Jake Miller, a charming, reckless dreamer who played guitar in subway stations and called himself a musician. Back then, Emily didn't care that Jake had no job. She believed in his dreams, his passion, and his words, "One day, I'll make you proud." But 5 years later, one day never came. He was still living in a cramped Brooklyn studio apartment, still waiting for a miracle that never happened. Emily worked double shifts in marketing just to pay rent, groceries, even Jake's electric bills. Love had turned into responsibility, and responsibility had turned into exhaustion. Her parents warned her countless times, especially her father, Richard Carter, a powerful New York investor. He'd say, "Love is beautiful, but it can't buy your future." Emily would roll her eyes and reply, "Dad, not everything is about money." But secretly, she was starting to wonder if he was right. Everything changed the day she met Ryan Walker, tall, calm, confident, with eyes that made people listen. Ryan was the CEO of a luxury property firm in Chicago, expanding his empire to New York. He was the kind of man who didn't chase dreams. He built them. Their first meeting was by accident, a networking event where Emily was helping her company present a pitch. Ryan noticed her right away. She wasn't the most glamorous woman in the room, but she had sincerity, something rare in his world of fake smiles. Over the next few weeks, Ryan started inviting her for coffee, dinners, and business events. He respected her opinions, listened to her dreams, and unlike Jake, he actually did something with his life. Emily was torn. Jake was love. Ryan was security. And soon, that battle ended the day her father fell ill. Her family needed stability, and Jake couldn't even afford a cab ride to visit her at the hospital. That night, while Jake promised once again that he'd get serious soon, Emily realized promises don't pay hospital bills. So when Ryan proposed to her under the city lights, a diamond ring glinting brighter than her tears, she said yes. Not out of love, but out of exhaustion. The wedding was breathtaking. $1 million ceremony in the Plaza Hotel. Guests from all over, designer gowns, vintage wine, and flashing cameras. Emily smiled for every picture, but deep down, she knew the truth. She had married a man she respected, not loved. But sometimes, lies have a way of finding their way home. Months into her new marriage, Emily's heart wandered back to Jake. She missed the chaos, the warmth, the reckless laughter. And when Jake messaged her, "I miss you, Em. I can't live without you," her old emotions flooded back. She started meeting him again, secretly at a small cafe in Brooklyn. The meetings turned into dinners into nights, and soon Emily found herself funding Jake's life again, only this time, with her husband's money. Ryan, busy with business trips and board meetings, didn't seem to notice. Also, Emily thought. She told herself she wasn't doing anything wrong. She still went home every night, wore her wedding ring, smiled at parties. But she was slowly bleeding her husband's wealth to feed her ex-boyfriend's ego. Until one day, everything changed. Ryan came home early from a business trip and saw something strange, Emily's phone lighting up with Jake's name and a heart emoji. He didn't react. He just smiled, kissed her forehead, and said, "You look tired, Em. Maybe we should take a trip soon. Just you and me." The next day, Ryan hired a private investigator. Within 2 weeks, he had every detail. Photos of Emily giving Jake cash, credit card statements of luxury dinners, and even a transfer Emily made to Jake's name. But Ryan didn't confront her. He planned something much colder. He started acting sweeter, more loving than ever. He surprised her with flowers, jewelry, and finally, a second honeymoon to Hawaii. Emily thought maybe fate was giving her a second chance. Maybe she could fall in love with her husband for real. They flew out to a 5-star resort, ocean views, champagne breakfast, the perfect paradise. For the first few days, it felt like peace. But on the 4th night, everything changed. Ryan took her to a private beach dinner. The waves shimmered, the candles glowed, and he poured her wine with that same quiet smile. Then he looked at her and asked, "Emily, do you trust me?" She smiled nervously. "Of course I do." He nodded, then pulled out a small envelope from his jacket. Then tell me the truth. Who is Jake? The color drained from her face. Inside the envelope were photos, her and Jake at a hotel, her transferring money, even a picture of Jake wearing Ryan's gifted watch. Emily's lips trembled. Ryan, I can explain. But Ryan's voice cut through her like ice. You already did. Every time you used my money to buy him dinner. She tried to cry, to apologize, but Ryan stood up. His face was calm, his voice deadly quiet. You married me for money, Emily. So now, let's see how you live without it. The next morning, Ryan was gone. Her cards were frozen. Her accounts locked. Her luxury life erased overnight. Panicked, Emily rushed back to New York only to find her penthouse locked and her name erased from every business asset. Ryan had filed for divorce, citing financial fraud and emotional manipulation. She had nothing left. But fate wasn't done yet. A few weeks later, Jake showed up, angry, desperate. His landlord had thrown him out because Ryan had mysteriously bought the entire building and terminated his lease. Jake accused Emily of ruining his life, and for the first time, Emily realized she had been nothing but a pawn in her own story. Ryan didn't stop there. He anonymously sent Jake a fake offer from a music company, inviting him to perform at a high-end party. Jake showed up, only to find Ryan there, watching from the crowd, smiling. As Jake sang to a silent audience, Ryan walked out, whispering to the event host, "Some people deserve a stage only once to fall from it." The video of Jake's humiliating performance went viral. He became a meme overnight, a failed lover living off rich women. And Emily? She watched it all online, alone in a small rented room. She tried to reach Ryan, but his number was disconnected. Months later, she saw him again, on TV, with his new wife, Lena, a woman known for her charity work and humility. The world called them the perfect couple. As Emily sat in that dim room, she finally understood. She lost a man who might have loved her, and destroyed a man who only wanted to love her right. Ryan never looked back, because his revenge wasn't about anger. It was about teaching her that money may buy love, but it can't buy loyalty.